Hey guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. So, okay, we'll start today's class. My name is Akshat. I have taken a couple of classes with you guys before. मैंने आप लोग के साथ एक दो classes पहले लिया है. So today, when we do logical reasoning, it is extremely important to understand. ये समझना बहुत important है कि most सबसे दो important units of critical reasoning are assumptions and conclusions. Okay. So these two particular regions of logical reasoning is extremely important. Firstly, being assumptions, and secondly, conclusions. And you guys have already done conclusions because in the past classes we did strengthening and weakening arguments. वो conclusion का ही part था. You know, where you understand whether a conclusion is being strengthened or it is being weakened by a particular statement. That is a part of conclusion, and we'll be doing more of conclusions जैसे हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे. But आज we will be focusing on assumptions. So can anybody tell me what is an assumption? Assumption क्या होता है? Anyone, just please feel free to type it in the chat box. Hi Sanjana, I see you've just joined. Today we're doing assumptions, okay? आज critical reasoning का दो major limbs is assumptions and conclusions. आज हम लोग assumptions करेंगे. So for people who might be more familiar with Hindi, assumptions in Hindi is like कल्पना और मानी हुई बात. So like you assume something to be true. आप मान लेते हैं कि ये बात सच है, तो क्या होगा? That is basically what assumptions is, a very generic thing. Yes, exactly. To assume something, a thing that is accepted to be true. That is what an assumption is. Now, what is an assumption question going to ask you? We will be solving few sheets आगे, but हमें पहले समझ लेते करना क्या होगा ये assumption में, है ना? So an assumption question will ask you to identify an unstated premise of the passage. What does this mean? कि ये जो क्वेश्चन आप पढ़ेंगे कि अज्यूम लाइक क्वेश्चन ऐसा आता है assumption क्वेश्चन के कि based on the information above which of the following is an assumption or which of the following is a correct assumption, stuff like that. Okay, ये ऐसी questions आते हैं हम लोग के. Now what an assumption question is doing basically is asking you कि एक premise है passage में, मतलब passage में कुछ कुछ लिखा हुआ है और कुछ implied है. We learned in previous classes what an implied thing is, जो बहुत explicitly कुछ लिखा हुआ नहीं है. Like you know a very basic example being A is the father of B, B is the father of C. So what does this imply? Can anybody tell me what this implies? This implies that A is the grandfather of C. We can say that, right? Yes or no? Is that an implication that we are making? Anybody? Yes, no? हाँ, it is, right? Because अगर A B का father है और B C का father है, तो A will obviously be a grandfather of C. So that is what is being implied. That is what an implicit statement means. It is not explicitly given A is the grandfather of C. ये लिखा हुआ नहीं है, but हम लोग को पढ़ के समझ में आ जा रहा है कि ये सच है, right? So what we have to do is जब हम लोग ये पैसेज पढ़ेंगे, जब क्वेश्चन के ऊपर का जो मेन स्टेटमेंट assumptions ये पैसेज दिया हुआ रहेगा, we need to look for एक गैप, एक आर्ग्यूमेंट में एक गैप ढूंढना पड़ेगा. मतलब समझ लो सपोज ये वाला एग्जांपल हम लोग लेते हैं, उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि ए इज द लाइक द सेम एग्जांपल दैट वी टेकन. सो व्हाट वी नीड टू लुक फॉर इज अ गैप इन दैट आर्ग्यूमेंट. अगर वो आर्ग्यूमेंट में एक गैप है, दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी अज्यूम टू बी ट्रू. दैट इज हाउ एन assumption question will be answered. This gap that we have to find, I'll give you examples to show you what gap I'm talking about. But like when you locate the gap, what you need to do is find out कि ये gap close कैसे होगा. And this can only be done by one statement. And like suppose वो gaps बंद हो गया, so the statement will be true. So like taking the example we did पहले, A is the father of B, और first statement यही है, A is the father of B, ठीक है? And सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट मिसिंग है और फाइनल कंक्लूजन में लिखा हुआ है ए इज द ग्रैंडफादर ऑफ सी, ठीक है? और उसमें 5-6 ऑप्शंस दिए रहेंगे आपको कि विच ऑफ द यू हैव टू अज्यूम वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग नीचे लिखा हुआ टू मेक द स्टेटमेंट ट्रू. मतलब स्टेटमेंट 1 इज ए इज द फादर ऑफ बी, स्टेटमेंट 2 आपको अज्यूम करने क्या होगा टू इंश्योर कि जो फाइनल स्टेटमेंट है ए इज द ग्रैंडफादर ऑफ सी सच होगा। तो वी विल ऑब्वियसली अज्यूम कि ए इज दैट बी इज द फादर ऑफ सी, तभी वो हम लोग का जो द चेन है वो मीट हो रहा है। दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू बेसिकली डू इन assumption स्टेटमेंट। You have to find a issue in the chain and you need to fulfill it. You need to fulfill the gap. That is more or less what an assumption statement will ask you to find. Okay, this is extremely important to understand because ये क्वेश्चन बहुत बार डायरेक्टली भी नहीं आते. Like last year, I remember this assumption statement did not come directly in the CLAT paper, but indirectly था. मतलब you have to do an assumption statement to be able to sure कि आगे क्या होगा. Alright, that is why this becomes extremely important. So I think what we'll do now is we'll go on and look at a few questions and try and answer those so that so that we get an idea of it. Okay, so let's do that. अभी तक किसी को कोई भी डाउट है? इफ यू आर नॉट बीइंग एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एनीथिंग, कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा हो, प्लीज मेरे को तुरंत बोल देना. इट्स नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम, आई विल रिपीट इट एज मेनी टाइम्स एज यू वांट मी टू. ठीक है, कुछ भी हो. इफ यू वांट मी टू गो स्लोअर टेल मी दैट, इफ यू वांट मी टू गो फास्टर टेल मी दैट. कुछ क्लियरली समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा तो वो बता देना, हिंदी में ज़्यादा बोलना होगा तो वो बता देना. जस्ट लेट मी नो वट एवर यू गाइज वॉन्ट. अभी तक डज एनीवन हैव एनी डाउट्स व्हाट एन assumption question is or what an assumption statement is or what an implicit statement is? If anybody has any doubts, please put it in the chat box. Right, all right. Or also अगर if your internet flickers a little bit and आप कोई part miss कर देते हो, please let me know. I will repeat it. Okay? अगर कभी भी कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा हो, just let me know in the chat box. I'll repeat it. No worries. Alright, just a second. I'll switch on the slide. Hi, are you guys being able to see my screen? मेरा screen सबको दिख रहा है ना? Could just somebody just give me a confirmation?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So this is the assumption का critical reasoning वाला sheet. We might not be able to do all the questions that are there today. 20 questions here. Some are a bit complicated, so we'll go slowly and take our time to do it. I'll send the list in the classroom. We can solve it and come back with any problems you guys might have. All right. So let's just do question 1 for the sake of it. ये आप लोग homework में कर देना 1 2 5 है, हाँ. But let's just do question 1 समझने के लिए कि क्या होता है. So whenever we upload any sheets ना, उसमें ऐसा कुछ questions होगा जिसमें कोई राइट रॉन्ग वाला चीज नहीं है, जिसमें थोड़ा बेसिक यू आस्क बीइंग आस्क्ड टू आइडेंटिफाई, मतलब एमसीक्यू टाइप नहीं है. डू दैट, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस इससे ही ऐसा क्वेश्चंस करने से आपका बेस क्लियर होता है. ओके, ऑलराइट, लेट्स जस्ट रीड दिस. द बिजनेस मॉडल ऑफ इंटरनेट कैफेज is no longer capable of success in India. This is because the availability of internet has skyrocketed over the past several years. Free Wi-Fi is offered in most major coffee shops and stores. Additionally, Indians have mobile devices with plans providing them with internet access. For those without devices, public libraries also provide computers offering internet access free of charge. I've read it once on my own. I want you guys to read it a couple of times more. ठीक है? If कोई भी पार्ट में इसमें प्रॉब्लम होगा, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट, बट अभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है तो बता देना. वाई व्हाट इज स्काई रॉकेटेड? ओके, सो स्काई रॉकेटेड का मतलब होता है बहुत अचानक से बढ़ जाना. मतलब सपोज प्याज का दाम कल 2 रुपया था, आज प्याज का दाम 200 रुपया हो जाता है, वो स्काई रॉकेट हो गया है ना. रॉकेट ऐसे स्काई में ऊपर जाता है, वैसे ही प्याज का दाम ऐसे ऊपर चला गया. सो दैट इज व्हाट दे आर सेइंग. अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ इंटरनेट हैज स्काई रॉकेटेड. मतलब सपोज लास्ट ईयर 10 लोग के पास अवेलेबिलिटी था, आज 100 लोग के पास है. तो दैट इज व्हाट skyrocketed मींस. इट हैज इंक्रीज एक्सपोनेंशियली, बहुत हाई इंक्रीज हो गया. ऑलराइट, गिव इट a couple of more, just read it a couple of times more and then we'll come back to it. Have you guys read it? किसी को कोई भी डाउट है अभी तक? कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया, कोई पर्टिकुलर वर्ड का मीनिंग, कुछ सेंटेंस, कुछ फ्रेज? Okay, cool. I'm assuming किसी को कुछ नहीं, मतलब everybody is clear with it. but I'll just go through it once and just explain to you guys what the meaning is. The business model of internet cafes is no longer capable of success in India. The business model of internet cafes is no longer capable of success in India. What does this mean? इंटरनेट कैफे से सबको पता है क्या होता है, जो जो छोटे शॉप्स होते हैं जो आपको कंप्यूटर और इंटरनेट यूज़ करने देते हैं 10 रुपया 12 रुपया घंटा के हिसाब से. दे गिव यू कंप्यूटर इंटरनेट है, आप अपना होमवर्क कर सकते हो, प्रोजेक्ट्स कर सकते हो. अगर घर पे इंटरनेट नहीं है उतना अच्छा, या फिर घर पे लैपटॉप काम नहीं कर रहा है या कुछ भी हो, तो आप इंटरनेट कैफ़े में जा सकते हो और वहाँ पे आप फ्री में, मतलब फ्री में नहीं, आप बहुत मिनिमल रुपया 10-20 रुपया दे के 1-2 घंटा के इंटरनेट यूज़ कर सकते हो, अपना काम खत्म कर सकते हो. सो व्हाट इज अ बिजनेस मॉडल? कैन समबडी एक्सप्लेन टू मी? मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. व्हाट इज अ बिजनेस मॉडल? समबडी प्लीज एक्सप्लेन दिस टू मी. कोई प्लीज चैट बॉक्स में लिखो, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय अ बिजनेस मॉडल? एनीवन प्लीज, फास्ट, जल्दी जल्दी. बिजनेस मॉडल का क्या मतलब होता है? गाइस आप लोग को इंटरैक्ट करना पड़ेगा, देन ओनली आई विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड आप लोग को समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं. ओके, प्लीज प्लीज फील फ्री टू टाइप इट. Exactly. Well, Anurag and Aisha, you guys are close. Yes, that is what the overarching theme is. But a business model is like he said, कि company का plan for making profit. That is what a business model is. It is basically कोई भी कंपनी हो, एयरटेल पकड़ लो और टाटा स्काई पकड़ लो, उन लोगों का एक प्लान होता है ना, पैसा कैसे कमाएंगे, हाउ विल वी मेक अ प्रॉफिट. वो लोग बिजनेस मॉडल इज लाइक दे विल आइडेंटिफाई क्या प्रोडक्ट बेचेंगे, क्या सामान बेचेंगे, कितना में बेचेंगे, कहाँ बेचेंगे, किसको बेचेंगे, कितना एक्सपेंस होगा बनाने में, कितना में बेचना है. ऑल ऑफ दिस इज अ बिजनेस मॉडल. ठीक है. सो द बिजनेस मॉडल ऑफ इंटरनेट कैफेज एक्सप्लेन टू यू व्हाट इट इज. द बिजनेस मॉडल ऑफ इंटरनेट कैफेज इज नो लॉन्गर केपेबल ऑफ सक्सेस. ठीक है. बस ये पढ़ के आपका मन में कोई भी अजम्पशन आया, बस फर्स्ट लाइन पढ़ के, business model of internet cafes is no longer, emphasize on these two words, is no longer capable of success in India. Did anybody have any type of कुछ भी मन में assumption kind of आया कि if this is true, क्या true हो सकता है? What can you assume out of this? What is implicit from the statement? Anybody? कुछ भी? Yes, Anurag, that is, I mean, you're on the right path, but ये थोड़ा गलत हो गया ना, मतलब not गलत exactly, but business model is no capable of success. I mean, हाँ, I understand what you're saying कि they're not making profits these days, but that is not necessarily true. मतलब ये हो सकता है, जरूर हो सकता है, but when we talk about assumptions, implied assumptions, उसका मतलब ये सच होना, हमेशा सच होना होगा, that this has to be true all the time. Your statement, internet cafes are not making profits, right? I shall come to your statement in a second. Anurag, remember when we did extreme statements? This would be a little bit of an extreme statement. Word like not making profit. इसका क्या मतलब होगा कि कोई भी इंटरनेट कैफे प्रॉफिट बना ही नहीं रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट योर स्टेटमेंट मीन्स, कि कोई भी इंटरनेट कैफे पैसा नहीं कमा रहा है, कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं है. However, read this again. The business model of internet cafes is no longer capable of success. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि इन लोग प्रॉफिट बना ही नहीं रहे हैं. हो सकता है इंटरनेट कैफेज है एक दो ठो हु आर मेकिंग अ प्रॉफिट. हो सकता है इंटरनेट कैफेज इन जनरल आर मेकिंग अ प्रॉफिट, बट इतना सक्सेसफुल नहीं होगा, बिकॉज उतना टेनेबल नहीं होगा, उतना लोग नहीं आ रहे होंगे, या फिर प्रॉफिट बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं बना रहे होंगे. दिस इज ब्रेकिंग इवन. Does anybody know what the meaning of break even is? Break even, this is a term that is very widely used in CLAT exams and other law entrance exams. Break even मतलब सपोज आप सोचते हो हम 10 रुपये में ऑरेंज बेचेगा और उससे ज़्यादा में 10 रुपये में ऑरेंज खरीदेगा. सपोज आयशा डिसाइड कि वो अनुराग से 10 रुपये में ऑरेंज खरीदेगी और मेरे को 12 में बेच देगी, बट उसको पता चलता है कि मेरे को ऑरेंज चाहिए ही नहीं, तो उन्होंने अनुराग से 10 रुपये में खरीद लिया. अब आई एम नॉट रेडी टू सेल इट, आई एम नॉट रेडी टू बाई इट फ्रॉम हर एट 12 रुपीज. तो आयशा ब्रॉट द ऑरेंज फ्रॉम अनुराग फॉर ₹10, बट बार्गेन करके वो मेरे को बोलती 10 रुपये में ही ले लो, यू नो. तो मैंने 10 रुपये में खरीद लिया, मतलब आयशा ने अनुराग से 10 रुपये में खरीदा, मेरे को 10 रुपये में बेचा. इसका मतलब ब्रेक इवन, नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस. या एग्जैक्टली. So it can be like thoda sa upar from a break even point. You understand what I'm saying, Anurag? So your statement might be true at certain points of time, but it is not, an assumption. Now Aisha ka statement, there is less use of such cafes. Maybe that can be an assumption. But when we're talking about an implied statement, these assumptions need to be true. हो सकता है. And like what you're saying, Aisha, your less use of such cafes is more tenable when you read the whole, 5 lines. तब आपका assumption true हो जाए. I give you that. However, से first line से क्या assumption आ रहा है? First line से ये assumption आ रहा है, बहुत basic चीज़ है, that business model of internet cafes work successful in India पहले, or at least they were capable of success in India, है ना? Look at these two words, no longer capable of success. मतलब पहले एक टाइम पे they were capable of success, right? That is a very basic assumption we can make. Yes or no? सबको समझ में आया क्या? ये very basic first line of assumption.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a very basic assumption that you need to understand. Also, please feel free to unmute yourself and tell me anything. I am more than welcome. अगर आपको chat box में नहीं लिखना or anything, just feel free to unmute and talk to me. Not a problem. Alright, let's just read it through. That this is because the availability of internet has skyrocketed over the past several years. Another assumption is that maybe pehle in internet cafes, availability of internet wasn't a very strong point. मतलब that the business model of these internet cafes were based on the fact कि सबके पास इंटरनेट नहीं है. अगर सबके पास इंटरनेट नहीं है तभी इंटरनेट काफी सक्सेसफुल हो सकते थे. हाँ, दैट इज वी कैन अज्यूम that would be a basic point of their business model for success. Ki not everybody has internet access, that is why they came up. Free Wi-Fi is offered in major coffee shops and stores. Another answer that this was not the case pehle. Indians have mobile devices with plans that provide them with internet access. This was not something that happened pehle, and because of this there is more availability. Since there is more availability, the business model of internet cafes that is based upon not having internet access is not working anymore. All right. Public devices also provide computers offering internet free of charge. So another assumption would be people have access to these public libraries, right? And that they were not providing free Wi-Fi pehle. These are just very, very basic, minute assumptions that you need to make. The only reason I gave this particular question is to understand कि assumptions क्या होता है और कैसे you make those assumptions, all right? So these are the basic assumptions that will come to your mind. Like पढ़ते ही ये सब आना चाहिए, अभी नहीं आएगा, but when you start practicing and practicing, these assumptions will like just pop in your head. ये assume हो रहा है. जब आप आंसर्स पढ़ोगे, सपोज आपके मन में 10 assumptions आ गए डॉट 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 करके एक लाइन पढ़ के, जब आप आंसर्स पढ़ोगे आप समझ में आएगा कि क्या assumption को हटाना है, क्या रखना है. ओके, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हेन यू रीड इट केयरफुली. ऑलराइट. Similarly, do 2 to 5 on your own. घर पे करना, एंड I'll create an assignment, वहाँ पे आप सबमिट कर देना so that I can check it for you guys. Right. Now let's come to question number 6. ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आपको क्लैट पेपर में आएंगे. ऑलराइट. This is the type of questions that will be present in a CLAT paper. So let's read this one carefully. Let's read question 6. Everybody read question 6. Once you guys are through, just let me know. I will read it for you and explain it to you because the first question. Just read it for me. Just read question 6. आराम से slowly take your time. Just read it, and once you're done reading it, tell me. Right, calisthenics is basically a type of gymnastic activity. So basically आप सपोज कोई यहाँ पे जिम गया होगा या फिर सीन अ जिम, वहाँ पे क्या होता है, वहाँ पे वेट्स होते हैं, डम्बल्स होते हैं, केटल बेल्स होते हैं ना, उसको सब लोग लिफ्ट करते हैं और उससे मसल स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है, उससे एक्सरसाइजेस होता है. कैलिस्थेनेटिक्स इज बेसिकली अ जिम विदाउट एनी वेट्स. मतलब वहाँ पे कोई भी वेट्स यूज नहीं करते हैं, दे यूज देयर ओन बॉडी वेट. So suppose जैसे कि pull ups, if anybody knows what a pull up is or a push up is, those are calisthenic वर्कआउट, मतलब उससे एक्टिविटी होता है, इट इज एन एक्सरसाइज दैट डज नॉट यूज एक्सटर्नल वेट्स, डम्बेल यूज नहीं करेंगे, वैसा कुछ भी यूज नहीं करते. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट कैलिस्थेनिक्स इज. I'll just show you guys a picture if you think it's helpful to understand. एक second. This is basically a calisthenic workout. You know, he's doing pull-ups, I suppose. This is basically what calisthenics is. A sort of activity, you know, a gymnastic activity. I'll just go back to the screen now. If you guys have read it and you have an answer, keep it in your head, okay? Don't type it out in the chat box so that we can get to the answer together. If you have an answer, just keep it in your head. We'll come to that. We'll discuss that. I'll ask you for your answers once I've read the question. Okay. I think you guys should have had read it abhi tak. I'll just go through it ek baar. In Europe, school children devote time during each school day to calisthenics. North American schools rarely offer a daily calisthenics program. Tests prove that North American children are weaker, slower, and short-winded than European children. What does this say? Basically, यूरोप में स्कूल के बच्चे वहाँ पे कैलिस्थेनिक्स और ये सब जिम्नास्टिक एक्टिविटी में हर रोज थोड़ा टाइम डिवोट करके थोड़ा टाइम देते हैं. नॉर्थ अमेरिकन स्कूल्स में ऑन द अदर हैंड ये लोग एवरी डे ये नहीं करते हैं. ऑलराइट, सो देयर हैव बीन टेस्ट्स, मेडिकल टेस्ट्स, रिसर्च टेस्ट्स दैट हैव प्रूवन दैट इन नॉर्थ अमेरिका the children are weaker, slower, and short-winded than European children. All right. Now we must conclude that North American children can be made physically fit only if, this is a very important identifier, like we have talked about in the last class, only if they participate in school calisthenics on a daily basis. Or did anybody understand the question? सबको question समझ में आ गया basically? Alright, good. So let's read the options at the top. Which of the following is assumed in argument above? Okay, this is what a basic question, assumption question looks like. All children can be made physically fit by daily calisthenics. Alright, all children can be made equally physically fit by daily calisthenics. Superior physical fitness produces superior health. School calisthenics are an indispensable factor in European children's superior physical fitness. Alright, did everybody understand the options? If yes, do any of you have any answer? किसी का मन में कोई भी आंसर है, just type out A, B, C, D, and then we'll discuss it. What do you guys feel? If you want to unmute and tell me, you can do it. Alright, Anurag says A. Other people, what do you guys think? A, B, C, D. Abhiksha, Aisha, I want an answer if you guys have understood it. If not, just tell me you guys have not understood it. कुछ भी मन में फॉर्म हो एक भी आंसर. Abhiksha also says A, okay. Gautam says B, okay. Aisha says A. Alright, Milind says D, okay. Alright, we've got almost every answer except for C. कोई नहीं, let's read it. Let's go through the options one by one. All children can be made all children can be made physically fit by daily calisthenics. Okay, all children. However, remember last class we decided, you know, the what do you call it, elimination technique, right? We have talked a lot about elimination technique. Eliminate what is it there, and whatever you left must be the answer, right? This is something we've done. So let's go through this one by one. All children can be made physically fit. However, यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी are they talking about all children? Look at the question properly. What are they talking about? European school children, North American school children. Okay. All children is a very, very wide basis for an assumption. Remember what I had said. What is an assumption? An assumption is something that is always true. हम लोग को यहाँ पे ऐसा आंसर चाहिए, हम लोग को यहाँ पे ऐसा आंसर चाहिए जो हमेशा ट्रू होगा. All children can be made physically fit by daily calisthenics. all children. That is a very, very wide, ambiguous term to make, right? Because we don't know about all children. Tests किसके बारे में हुआ है? Test हुआ है North American children और European children के बारे में. How do we know Asian children are affected by it? How do we know that African children are affected by it? Australian children are affected by it? We do not know, right? So that is the reason why we have to eliminate A, because it is too broad. Too broad. All children is a very broad term because we're not talking about children in general. We're talking about school children in particular areas, in particular regions of the world, in Europe and North America. So all children would be a very, very wide basis for an answer. Okay. Similarly for B also, B में तो दो चीज है. All children equally fit. Did you guys understand why all children in this answer has to be wrong? आप लोगों को समझ में आया है ना? All children क्यों सही नहीं हो सकता है? Any answer that has the word all children for this question will not be right. Right? Anurag thinks it is D then. Okay, we'll go to that. Let's see B में क्या problem है. I think a couple of you had B, right? Gautam had B. All right. So Gautam, understand why B cannot be the answer. Firstly, all children. Secondly, equally fit. अब यहाँ पे have they talking थोड़ा सा भी about equal fitness or any measurement or any class of physical fitness? This is physical fitness. ये तो नहीं बोला कोई ज्यादा फिट होता है कोई कम फिट होता है सब कोई equal fit होता है. Just talk about it very generically, right? They're not talking about dimensions of physical fitness or latitudes of physical fitness. That is not present here. That is another reason why B cannot be the answer. And I think nobody chose C, which is very good to see because C is just not there anywhere, right? C कहाँ पे है? C तो है ही नहीं. Superior physical, superior health, all this is just faff, right? It's not even there. कहीं पे लिखा ही नहीं है, बस लिखने के लिए लिख दिया. C can obviously not be the answer. So we are out with A, B, C. ये तीनों चला गया, right? A, B, C are gone. All that remains is D. Now let's understand why D will be the right answer. School calisthenics are an indispensable factor in European children's superior physical fitness. ये देखो पूरा summary नहीं है इसका. This assumed argument is sort of summarizing this, isn't it? Like उल्टा करके बोल रहे हैं. What did they talk about? पहले इन्होंने बोला कि यूरोप में स्कूल चिल्ड्रन हर रोज कैलिस्थेनिक्स करते हैं, नॉर्थ अमेरिकन चिल्ड्रन नहीं करते हैं. एक टेस्ट हुआ, वहां पता चला नॉर्थ अमेरिकन चिल्ड्रन आर वीकर, स्लोअर एंड शॉर्ट वाइंडेड, है ना? So this argument, now just focus on this particular argument, okay? We must conclude that North American children can be made physically fit only if they participate in school calisthenics on a daily basis. For this argument, alright Gautam, I come to your thing, we'll discuss it again. This is the argument, okay? This is the argument the author is making. That North American children can be made physically fit only if they participate in school calisthenics on a daily basis. अब ये पढ़ो, school calisthenics are an indispensable factor in European children's superior physical fitness. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? ये स्टेटमेंट बेसिकली हम लोग को बता रहा है कि जो यूरोपियन चिल्ड्रन, जिन लोग ज़्यादा फिट हैं अमेरिकन चिल्ड्रन से, द रीजन फॉर दैट इज स्कूल कैलिस्थेनिक्स. मतलब कि स्कूल कैलिस्थेनिक्स को हटा दो तो मे बी दे वोंट बी एज फिट. Indispensable factor. This is a very important term. Indispensable factor. इसका मतलब हुआ कि this is the reason why they are more fit. Yeah. School calisthenics is the reason why they are fitter than American children. That is what this means. So that is why D should be the correct answer. Now, Gautam, coming to your, could you tell me what you didn't understand? Like, आपको question समझ में आया क्या? अगर नहीं तो प्लीज फील फ्री टू से नो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Nobody here is judging or कुछ भी नहीं है यहाँ पे. You're here to learn, understand that. अपना डाउट्स क्लियर करना always. Tell me एकदम खुला, अगर आपको क्वेश्चन समझ में आया कि नहीं. Were you able to comprehend what the question is asking? Or like did the options confuse you? आपको ऑप्शन समझ में नहीं आया ठीक से, या फिर कौन सा ऑप्शन राइट है वो समझ में नहीं आया? Just let me know क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ. Alright. Till I wait a reply from Gautam, I'll just run through the question once again. Okay. Let's see what it is saying. In Europe, school children devote time during each school day to calisthenics. North American schools rarely offer a daily calisthenics program. So यहाँ पे देखो, the author is basically putting his thoughts. Okay. I think आप लोग ने मे बी इंग्लिश क्लास में ये सीखा होगा कि स्ट्रक्चर का कुछ हो जाए. You know, questions जहाँ पे they ask you कि structure क्या है कोई passage का. If not, you will be taught this in the upcoming classes. तो यहाँ पे structure देखो क्या है. What is the question statement का structure? पहले author reasoning दे रहे हैं, है ना? The author is making a comparison between the European school children and the North American school children, and this acts as a reason for him to say this conclusion. So conclusion क्या है कि नॉर्थ अमेरिकन चिल्ड्रन को भी फिजिकल फिट कर देंगे हम लोग अगर उनका स्कूल में भी कैलिस्थेनिक्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर दो एवरी डे. दिस इज द बेसिक आर्ग्यूमेंट. ओके. अंडर व्हेनेवर यू रीड दिस क्वेश्चन, नो ब्रैकेट बना लिया करो ऐसे, जस्ट लाइक मेक अ ब्रैकेट लाइक दिस so that you understand कि ये this is the conclusion. Highlight word like conclusion because they're very important and they'll tell you everything you need to know. So once you have highlighted this is the conclusion, आपको जब समझ में आ गया कि ये conclusion है कि North American children can be made physically fit only if they participate in school calisthenics on a daily basis. जब ये समझ में आ गया आपको, तो फिर आपको ढूंढना होगा क्या assumption हो है ये conclusion को reinforce करने के लिए. What of these needs to be true in order for this argument to be true? ठीक है ना? अब ये देखो, all children can be made physically fit by daily calisthenics. अब if I would be you, I would say कि हाँ मे बी मेरे को तो ठीक लग रहा है, अगर ये सच है तो ये भी सच होगा. बट इसमें देखो, इसमें सिर्फ नॉट ओनली ऑल चिल्ड्रन इज द प्रॉब्लम, बट लुक एट दिस स्कूल कैलिस्थेनिक्स. दिस इज पर्टिकुलरली टॉकिंग अबाउट इंट्रोड्यूसिंग कैलिस्थेनिक्स not only on a daily basis but in their schools. Okay, school calisthenics, this is another identifying factor जो आपको समझ में आएगा क्या प्रॉब्लम. ओके गौतम, you understood? Alright then, if nobody has any questions, I'll just wait for a couple of minutes. किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है just let me know, hand raise कर लो या जो भी, and just tell me. Okay, then we will move on to the next question. If anybody has any doubts, any questions, let me know. All clear? Okay, good. Again we'll do the same thing. Okay, I gave you अभी 46 हुआ है मेरा स्क्रीन पे. I gave you till 50 to read this and then form an answer in your head. ठीक है ना? अपने आप के साथ चिट मत करना. आपको जो आंसर सही रखे वो मन में लिखना, नीचे पेपर में लिख लो जो भी. Then we'll discuss it. आप देखना आपका reasoning. See, even if your answer is right, that is not the important thing. The important factor is understanding if your reasoning was right or your reasoning was incorrect. और अगर गलत है तो सही कैसे करें. Alright, that is very important. So I'll give you guys 4 minutes. Read the question, read the options. If you have any problems, कोई भी word समझ में problem हो तो मेरे को बोल देना, वरना have an answer in your head. Okay. Alright. Oh, when you're done with this, just tell me. I'll scroll down. Alright, if you're done, just keep your answer in head. We'll start in a couple of minutes. I'll just go down to the initial question एक बार. We'll just give everybody some more time to read it and then we'll go with the answers. Okay. एक बार वापस पढ़ लो if you're done. Just make sure that your reasoning matches. Alright, let's start. The government provides insurance for individuals' bank deposits but requires the banks to pay the premiums for this insurance. Okay? Since it is the depositors who primarily benefit from security this insurance provides, the government should take steps to ensure that the depositors who want the security bear the cost of it and thus should make depositors pay the premium for insuring their own account. Was everybody थोड़ा सा complicated लग रहा है, but was everybody able to understand this question? सबको ये सेंटेंस का मतलब समझ में आ गया क्यों? अगर नहीं तो प्लीज लेट मी नो, आई विल एक्सप्लेन टू यू गाइस. कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हुआ समझने में, जस्ट लेट मी नो. ओके. The government provides insurance for individuals bank deposits. ठीक है. मतलब आप बैंक में पैसा जमा करते हो, उसका इंश्योरेंस गवर्नमेंट देता है. सपोज बैंक बंद हो गया, बैंक में चोरी हो गया, आपका पैसा चला जाएगा, तो उसको इंश्योर कौन करेगा? आपको पैसा वापस कैसे मिलेगा? वो गवर्नमेंट आपको इंश्योरेंस देता है. ठीक है. एवरीबडी आई होप नोज द मीनिंग ऑफ एन इंश्योरेंस, राइट? गवर्नमेंट इज इंश्योरिंग कि आपका पैसा सेफ है बैंक में. However, the government but requires the banks to pay the premium for this insurance. अब insurance, I think all of you must be knowing कि life insurance, motor vehicle insurance, car insurance, सब कुछ में प्रीमियम देना पड़ता है. कोई फ्री में तो आपको इंश्योरेंस देगा नहीं, पैसा देना पड़ता है उसके लिए. तो इसका पैसा कौन देते हैं? गवर्नमेंट बोलता है बैंक मेरे को पैसा देगा. ठीक है. दिस इज व्हाट द गवर्नमेंट सेज कि यू पुट योर मनी, यू मीइंग द कस्टमर, मतलब हम और आप, हम अपना पैसा बैंक में रखेंगे, वो पैसा इंश्योर होगा, गवर्नमेंट इंश्योर करेगा कि वो पैसा आपका साफ, मतलब ठीक रहे. ठीक है. चोरी वोरी नहीं हो, कुछ भी खतरा नहीं हो पैसे पे. और ये पैसा इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम वो बैंक से लेता है, बैंक मेरे को देगा सेफ्टी के लिए. बट इसमें आर्ग्यूमेंट देखिए, ये सेंस से ना, ये आर्ग्यूमेंट स्टार्ट होता है. oh shit, sorry, right, since say the argument is starting that since the depositors, मतलब जो जिनका पैसा है उनको ये बेनिफिट मिल रहा है. इंश्योरेंस से किसको बेनिफिट मिल रहा है? डिपॉजिटर्स को. द डिपॉजिटर्स हु प्राइमरीली बेनिफिट from the security this insurance provides, the government should take steps to ensure that depositors who want the security bear the cost of it. So basically what the argument is saying, that since the security is being given to the depositors, बैंक को ये इंश्योरेंस का प्रीमियम नहीं देना चाहिए, बल्कि डिपॉजिटर्स को ही देना चाहिए. बिकॉज डिपॉजिटर्स को सिक्योरिटी चाहिए, डिपॉजिटर्स को फायदा हो रहा है, तो बैंक क्यों एक्स्ट्रा पैसा दे? व्हाई शुड द बैंक बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर पेइंग मनी when the benefit of it is being accrued to the depositors? That is what the basic argument is. That depositors who want the security bear the cost of it, and thus should make depositors pay the premium. This is what the question is asking. Now, before I read the options, Anurag and everybody else who had an answer, please type it out. Please type out what you think the answer to the chat box is. Okay, what your answer to the question is in the chat box. Please type it out so that we can understand ki where we are going wrong or kya problem ho raha hai. गलत होगा तो होगा, don't worry about that. Just type it out so that I know how much you guys are being able to understand. If you know, it's a feedback for me. Alright, Gautam says B. My rational guess is C. Anurag says C. Others, come on. I'm pretty sure you guys have read it. Gauri says C. Also, please don't, frame your own answers. किसी का देख के मत लिख देना, वो बोल रहा है तो मैं भी लिखूंगा ये. अगर नहीं बोलना, it's okay. Just, it's for you. Just have an answer. That's what's more important. So major answer is C and Gautam has says B. Okay. Let's read the question. Which of the following is assumed by the argument? First statement, banks are not insured by the government against default on loans the banks make. All right, let's move ahead. Private insurance companies do not have the resources to provide banks or individuals with deposit insurance. All right, very weird, but ठीक है. आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग. Let's read C. Banks do not always cover the cost of the deposit insurance premiums by paying depositors lower interest rates on insured deposits than the bank would on uninsured deposits. वापस पढ़ते हैं. Banks do not always cover the cost of deposit insurance premiums by paying depositors lower interest rates on insured deposits than the bank would on uninsured deposits. Okay. Option D, the government limits the insurance protection it provides by insuring accounts up to certain legal defined amounts. All right. So let's go on one by one. I'm happy to see कि किसी का A और D आंसर नहीं था, because A और D are like completely out of the window. Let's read A एक बार. banks are not insured by the government against default on loans the banks make. बैंक का लोन का बात ही नहीं हो रहा है. We're talking about we're not talking about loans that bank give at all, right? And उससे कुछ correlation नहीं है as such. So we can easily, we can easily cut it off. We can easily cut A out. Let's read D एक बार. The government limits the insurance protection it provides by ensuring accounts of certain legally. इससे क्या फायदा हो रहा है? Is this giving us anything? मान लो ये सच है. How does this impact this argument that we have formed? What is the argument? I hope you guys were able to identify the argument. He government should make depositors pay the premium on insuring their own accounts. All right, this is your argument. I get it, but how is D helping that argument at all? Does the government limit it? कुछ help नहीं हो रहा है. It's not even connected at all, right? D completely goes out of the window. So D is out because D is not helping your assumption, right? This, even if we assume this to be true, मान लिया सच है, it's not helping your argument as such, right? So A and D are out of the window. Let's read B. Private insurance companies do not have resources to provide banks or individuals with deposit insurance. But how does it matter? Look at this argument that the depositors should make premiums for insuring their own accounts. Depositors should pay the premium. Private insurance companies का कुछ बात ही नहीं हुआ. Private insurance companies, they're not even engaged in this particular reason because government insure कर रहा है. Private insurance company का क्या काम है यहाँ पे? What role is the private insurance company playing? Alright, Gautam, this is something you need to understand very carefully. When you read B, I understand that this might look tempting as an answer, but what you need to understand why this cannot be the answer, okay? Private insurance companies, they talk about private insurance companies. Now tell me, यहाँ पे कौन इंश्योर कर रहा है आपके बैंक्स को, बैंक के डिपॉजिट्स को? The government is insuring it, right? So what does the private insurance company have anything to do here? Even if we see that this is true, even if we say that private insurance companies do not have resources to provide banks or individuals with deposit insurance, how does it matter? How does it, how is it affecting this argument that depositors should pay the premium for their own accounts? Depositor प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के तो प्रीमियम नहीं दे रहे हैं, गवर्नमेंट को प्रीमियम दे रहे हैं, राइट? दैट इज व्हाई दिस कैन नॉट बी एन आंसर बिकॉज इट्स नॉट कोरिलेटेड टू व्हाट वी आर सेइंग. It does not have any binding nature as such. That is why D also goes elimination method. C बाकी रहा, C ही सच होगा obviously, right? But it is important to understand why C is the answer. And for that I'll just show you the answer key. वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा से explained है and I like the explanation very much. Okay, I'll just share that with you. Just hold on for a second. All right, here. So यहाँ पे सिर्फ 6 का आंसर, 7 का solution is correlated to 6. That's why I've kept it here. But let's just read it एक बार, okay? The question provides blah blah. The conclusion is, we discussed what the conclusion was. The conclusion is that depositors who want deposit insurance should pay the premium. ये तो हम लोग ने identify कर लिया था. We identified this is the conclusion. है ना? ये सच होना चाहिए. This is something we identified ourselves also. So ये us, we were able to do this. आगे पढ़ते हैं. The depositors who don't want insurance don't have to pay for it, right? We read this. So if we negate C, suppose हम लोग मान लेते हैं कि C नहीं है right? This is what the A&T method is. I'll share to you I'll send you exercise on the A&T method. If you guys prefer that, you can do that. So what A&T method basically says, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, explain किया हुआ है, is that suppose आपको जब आंसर ऑप्शंस दिखेगा, आप assume करो कि ये नहीं होगा, right? You assume A false and then see if it is affecting the question as such or not. So let's do that in here. Since we know that C is the right answer, let's do that here. हम लोग मान लेते हैं कि सी गलत है. Let's reverse C and see how it affects the questions and the answers. Okay. If we negate option C, if we negate answer choice C, then it states that banks give insured depositors lower rates of interest on their own deposits, effectively counting the question conclusion. Simply because ये conclusion के opposite जा रहे हैं ना. अगर हम लोग C को negate कर देते हैं, let's see what C says. If we negate C, which says that banks do not always cover the cost of deposits, we say that banks cover the cost always. All right. Then we are not able to answer because conclusion क्या है कि depositors should pay the premium. Our bank always pays the premium. Why would depositors want to pay the premium, right? So the conclusion becomes outright. When this happens, we can say that C is the right answer. You can always use elimination method, that is always there, but this is just another method of coming at the answer. If you guys want to explore it, you can always do that, because there'll be questions where you feel as if you're not able to use all options as such. So you can use various methods. Elimination method for me personally always worked, and I found it to be extremely useful. So I would recommend you guys use that. But if you guys are interested in learning this method, I'll send you exercises on this so that you can practice this also to come at other assumption questions. And I see Indraini is already here, and we have ended up our time. So we did 2 questions today about assumptions. I hope everybody here was able to understand what an assumption is, what an implicit statement is, what an inference is, and when you read an assumption question, how you're supposed to approach an assumption question. The next week also we will be doing assumptions and conclusions only, because these are the primary facets that will come in your logical reasoning questions. हम लोग अगले 2 हफ्ता भी assumptions और conclusions की questions करेंगे. और assumptions, many people find it tricky, and that is the response we had got in the last class. That is why we will focus more on assumptions. We'll teach you more methods, we'll give you more challenging questions so that you guys are able to understand the questions, okay, and you guys are able to solve the questions. So in the classroom I will be uploading few very easy exercises and few difficult exercises, okay. Try and solve them on your own and see if you're being able to do it. If not, just leave comments and I'll help you out in the next class, and we'll discuss those questions, okay. Indraini, can you hear me?
Yeah, Ashram.
Right. So if nobody has question, I think you will take over for the next class. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah.
Just feel free to type it, and I'm here for next 5 minutes. Otherwise, you guys can go for your next class. All right, guys. It was a pleasure teaching you guys. Just if you have any problems, feel free to reach out to us. I'll see you guys on Friday, and Raini will take over from here. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.